If you've ever wondered what happens when Samsung's biggest flagship device goes head-to-head with a phone that's trying to shake up the industry, today is the day. We've got the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra facing off against the Vivo X200 Pro, and trust me, this is not your typical flagship versus flagship comparison. The Vivo X200 Pro is here to prove that you don't need to spend over $1,000 to get a killer flagship device. While Samsung, well, they are still Samsung, but is their Ultra worth the Ultra price tag? I know you want to find out, and so without taking much of your time, yo guys, let's get started. First impressions matter, right? The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra is rocking that premium titanium frame and a little more rounded corners compared to last year's device. And for a lot of people, they prefer the rounded corners, which doesn't dig into their hand. But personally, I prefer the rounded sides on the S24 Ultra to the flat sides on the S25 Ultra. I don't know, which do you prefer? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Samsung kept that minimalistic floating lens design on the back, which looks clean. Almost too clean at this point, like they almost forgot to redesign this camera module at the back and decided to throw on these rings, which has a gap between the camera and the body, making it difficult to clean out those between the gap. Now the Vivo X200 Pro, this thing is bold. It's got this giant circular Zeiss branded camera module, which screams, hey, I take photography seriously. Some people will love this design, some other people not so much. But what Vivo did well here is the curved edges. It just feels nicer to hold compared to the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra's sharper edges, and even though the corners are rounded. Also, the Vivo feels a little better in the hand, maybe because of the edges, and it's about 5 to 10 grams lighter. And Vivo didn't skimp on durability either. It's got IP68 and IP69 water and dust resistance, which technically makes it even more rugged than the S25 Ultra for water resistance. Now for protection, both devices have glass backs, but you get the better Gorilla Glass armor on the back of the Samsung S25 Ultra. So here's how I see the design. Samsung is clean, simple and has better materials, while the Vivo feels better in the hand and has a better IP rating, but comes with a polarizing design. By the way, both devices will wobble on a flat surface because of their camera modules. When you play sound off these speakers, the Samsung is the device to beat. It's clean, more bass heavy, and also louder. The Vivo sounds bad in comparison. Alright, let's talk screens because you're gonna be looking at these all day. Samsung is still king of displays and they're flexing hard with the 6.9-inch Quad HD Plus dynamic AMOLED display. It's insanely bright at 2600 nits, supports 120Hz refresh rate, and the best part here is Gorilla Glass Armor 2, which means there's way less glare and reflection in bright sunlight on this display. It's just a joy to look at. But then Vivo pulls up a wild card. You've got a 6.78-inch LTPO AMOLED display, and guess what? 4500 nits peak brightness. That's brighter than Samsung's. In theory, this should be better for outdoor visibility, but here's the catch. Samsung's anti-glare tech actually makes it more usable in sunlight. Vivo also has the Dolby Vision feature, which is great for movies. If I'm being honest, both devices have about the same level of vibrance, color reproduction, and the only reason I'll go with the Samsung device would be the anti-glare display. Other than that, you're good with whichever you pick. By the way, which would you pick? Let me know in the comment section below. Now let's get to the horsepower under the hood. Samsung is running the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset and Vivo went with the Dimensity 9400. On paper, both are monsters. But when we ran Geekbench and AnTuTu benchmark scores, the Vivo actually scored higher in raw numbers. But, and this is the big but, Samsung's One UI 7 is much better optimized than Vivo's PhoneTouch OS or Origin OS with the one I have here. Samsung just feels smoother and is promising 7 years of Android updates, while Vivo is guaranteeing only 4 years of updates. Now, if you're a gamer, both devices will handle anything you throw at them, but Samsung has this more stable frame rate in long gaming sessions. Vivo gets a little bit hot, not enough to fry eggs, but it gets noticeably warm after a few rounds of Call of Duty Mobile. So for performance, both are top tier. And as far as optimization, a lot of developers optimize for Snapdragon more than they do for the Dimensity chipsets. So you might want to consider looking in this direction. Now the cameras. This is the part everyone is waiting for. Which one takes better photos? Samsung packed a 200 megapixel main sensor, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and 2 telephoto lenses, a 10 megapixel 3x zoom, and a 50 megapixel 5x periscope zoom. Meanwhile, Vivo went all in on zoom, throwing in a 200 megapixel periscope telephoto lens that can do 3.7x optical zoom and stretches all the way to 100x digital zoom. The first thing you'd notice when you take photos with these devices is that Vivo loves contrast and saturation. Everything just pops, sometimes a little too much. Samsung, on the other hand, keeps it more natural and balanced. If you're into a punchy, Instagram-ready look straight out of the camera, then the X200 might be your pick. But personally, I prefer the more muted, true-to-life look on the S25 Ultra. I asked around the studio and guess what? Most people preferred the look from the Vivo. When it comes to human subjects, Vivo goes heavy on skin smoothing. It's like an automatic beauty filter. And the good news here is that you can tweak it in the settings to get a more natural look. Samsung, meanwhile, stays more neutral. For portrait mode, both are excellent at background separation, and honestly, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart unless you're pixel peeping. The difference is mostly in color processing. Again, Vivo leans into contrast, while Samsung is more balanced. Now here's where things get interesting. That extra contrast on Vivo sometimes sacrifices details, especially in tricky lighting. You get a more dramatic image, but if you're looking for a phone that captures every little nuance, Samsung wins this one. For selfies, both are neck to neck, with one small difference, which is skin tones. The Vivo leans slightly redder or has a magenta tint, while the Samsung keeps it a bit cooler. Honestly, they are close enough that you'd probably only notice it if you have them side by side. When it comes to zooms, I've tried it all using the telephoto lenses at 10x, 20x, 30x, and even 100x. The X200 Pro is a definite winner. It gets a lot of detail that you won't find on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. This extends to macro shots with the Vivo, giving a great amount of detail, but again, these are not the type of shots we take every day, so it might not matter as much to a lot of people. Now let's talk about video. The front-facing camera footage is where things switch up. Samsung sharpens its footage a bit too much, sometimes adding details that are not actually there. Meanwhile, Vivo does the opposite. It softens everything, especially faces. Personally, I prefer Vivo's approach here, but again, it's all about preference. For the rear camera video, Samsung takes the lead. It's brighter, flatter, and more versatile. Vivo is still fantastic, don't get me wrong, but Samsung's processing looks more true to life if you ask me. So how I see it, in daylight, Samsung's photos look cleaner and more true to life, but Vivo's portraits are insane. The Zeiss optics, the larger sensor, give a natural depth blur that makes it look like it was shot on a DSLR. Also, when it comes to low light photography, Vivo's bigger sensors let in more light, so the details are sharper, while Samsung relies on software processing. As seen here, this was shot at 1 AM. At the end of the day, it's honestly a draw. Both have their strengths and it really comes down to what you prefer. Do you want vibrant, punchy colors with deep contrast? Go for Vivo. But if you prefer a more natural, detailed look, Samsung's your guy. Either way, you're getting an absolute powerhouse of a camera. Both of these devices are absolute beasts as far as the battery life. Samsung has a 5000 mAh battery, while Vivo goes even bigger with 6000 mAh battery. The honest truth is that no flagship device would win the Vivo at the battery department. I've easily done 12 hours of screen on time days with this device. It's not just about the huge battery capacity, it's efficient too. But another thing to consider is the charging speed. Samsung supports 45 watts wired and 15 watts wireless charging speeds, while the X200 Pro gives you a 90 watts wired and 30 watts wireless charging. I mean, double everything. So Vivo wins in this round. If you're someone who's always on the move, the Vivo charges from 0 to 100% in under 30 minutes. Samsung takes about an hour. Also, Vivo has way more screen on time. You would easily get 10 hours screen on time out of this device. It's just a better device despite the efficient processor on the S25 Ultra. Alright, here's where things get spicy. The S25 Ultra starts at $1299, while the Vivo X200 starts at $850 for the Chinese ROM with better software, or about $1,000 for the global ROM. That's between $300 to $450 difference in price. So as far as value for money, the Vivo is the device to pick hands down. But is that true for everyone? I mean, which one should you get? If you want the best overall package, longer software support, Samsung's ecosystem, better video, and the S Pen features, go with the S25 Ultra. But if you want a better battery, faster charging, insane zoom, and a $400 discount, the Vivo X200 Pro is a steal at this point, and a better device to go for. Honestly, you can't go wrong with either, but the real question is, are you really getting $400 more value from Samsung? Let me know in the comment section below, and you can check out my review of the X200 Pro here. See you in that video. Cuidate.